Welcome to another episode of Thoughts to Chew On, the show where the chopping block gets fleshed out. And Sony once again finds a way to depress the hell out of me. I never really planned on seeing the upcoming worst movie of whenever it comes out, Kraven the Hunter. But that's a lie because at this point I've seen all of the Sony movies and have hated all of them. The only redeemable one is Venom, and that's because of all the cool tongue stuff. And the first one being so mediocre that it's not worth getting mad about. But Kraven the Hunter had something that would have made me ignore the horribleness of this film. Furry bait. I don't know if I read this somewhere or if someone said on Twitter, I'm not calling it X, but Rhino was supposed to be a half human, half rhino hybrid guy, and not just some guy in a suit. Or in the case of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Megatron. I know it was probably based on Ultimate Spider-Man. No, not that Ultimate Spider-Man. That's Ultimate Spider-Man. Either way, this would have given Sony the perfect opportunity to cook with a great design that would have at least given people on Twitter something to talk about. The trailer came out the other day at 3 AM. Guys, it came out at 3 AM. Which should have been the first red flag in retrospect. And my night was ruined. While most people watched the trailer like a normal person, I skimmed around to see what the Rhino design will look like. It had to be great, right? And while our first look was Rhino's arm TFing, which made his hand look like it needed some cream and not turning into a cool monster, I was still cautiously optimistic. Boy, was I wrong, because at the 2-minute and 7-second mark, we finally see the Rhino. And I have opinions. So, instead of being a hulking monster that's on the animalistic side because of the film he's a part of, he's just the regular Rhino, but with the bucket tool coloring his face to match with his body. Why? No, seriously, why? If you're going in a different direction with the Rhino, I mean, not really that different, but still, why would you go halfway and not all the way? You could have given him a tail and a snout. Why is Sony allergic to snouts? Cowards! They could have fixed the lizard in No Way Home by giving him a snout, and they did it, and I'm still mad about it. But back to the Rhino. Why is he not a Rhino Man? He's just a dude with bad skin. Throw some Corel or Aveeno at him, and he'll go back to normal. There are examples of other Rhino Men in other mainstream media, and they look cool. And sexy. They can still have fingers, but they can have the Rhino feet and snout/tail. The lack of features like these on this iteration of the Rhino makes him look so cursed and gross. If the film has bad CG, it will most likely be seen on Rhino. Even the Bay Turtles films made Rocksteady look like a Rhino Man. And before you write, well, that's what he looks like in the comics and cartoon show, this is what the Turtles looked like in those movies. Exactly. Sony, are you allergic to cooking? You could have hired the hundreds of thousands of furry artists who could have cooked a better design for this version of Rhino. And even without hiring furry artists, there are places to look at for inspiration. Giving Rhino a face job is literally the bottom of the barrel of design choices. The funniest part to me is the fact that, in the comics, Rhino is trapped in a full bodysuit. But since they're making him a quote-unquote human Rhino hybrid, they gave him pants. Which means this Rhino is packing a monster in his pants. Is that enough to get me to see this movie? No. But if I see it, I'll think about making a video on it. I probably won't, honestly. I'm just genuinely frustrated about this, because they could have made the most gnarliest design for the Rhino, and they just went the cheap and lazy route. But that's Sony's relationship with Spider-Man in a nutshell. If you think they hit rock bottom, they will always find a way to sink lower. Thanks for watching. If there are other topics you want me to cover in the next Thoughts to Chew On, let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video and want to see more, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I've started my streaming arc for a month now, so if you want to see me in a non-video setting, I'll be streaming on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 PM Eastern Standard Time. Currently, I'm going to the first Kingdom Hearts, and this is how that's going so far. For the games! Wow, that guy's fucking... Yo, why is Phil kinda... Holy fuck, why is Phil kind of thick, though? Damn. Just gonna stay here for a little bit. My god. Look at this yacht. Look at this yacht on my face. Fuck. So consider joining and saying hi. I can't believe this is the last video I'll be recording and editing at home. Before I move away, well, at least it's about me bitching about something related to Spider-Man. As it should be. I'll miss it. I'd like to thank my patrons, LeoCrit, RetroRoy, Hack13, Neosai, Burbsai, the channel with the freakishly long name, Hachi, and Sarah Cato for supporting the channel. For $1 a month, your name will show up right here on top of early access to new videos. And for $3 a month, you can be chosen to sponsor a video of your choice. So if you want me to read, play, or watch your favorite anything, or the worst things known to man, here is your chance. And I can't say no. Sadly. Love you guys and shamalamoomoo.